Good evening. Welcome back to Donkey Kong Country 3. I actually followed up from the other day. Hi Diego, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. I don't know why I didn't just have this up already. So, last time, we did like 5 worlds. If you weren't here, I'm working on, just a casual playthrough of DKC3, but with the TUFST cheat on. Which means no checkpoints and no DK barrels. Essentially meaning every level has to be done, with only 2 hits. And there goes one of them. I'm here waiting for pizza. Oh man. I want pizza. We do this every time. I've already eaten and then somebody mentions food and I'm like, I want that food instead. But yeah, I think the run's actually, I say run as if this is anything. It's a casual playthrough. And I have tagged it as such, but the playthrough, I think, is going rather well, actually. However, this is the point of the game where it kind of stops fucking around. And the levels get long. And difficult. Really, I think it's the length. When you're doing for 105%. Because if you fuck up near the end, or if you need something at the end with both Kongs and you don't have both of them, you gotta do that whole level all over again. And this is one of my least favorite levels, probably. Ah, shit. The synth brass sounds like the KK voice in the bonus stage. I gotta pay attention to that next time. See, I want to go fast, but you can't. You gotta take your time. Or you're just gonna be starting over. Slow barrel. We only got 2 worlds, and then I did some of the Lost World already. So we got 2 full worlds, and a couple Lost World levels, and that's it. So hopefully this doesn't prove to be too much of a pain. No, no, no. Ah. I like Purple Squawks. Who is not Squawks, actually. His name is... Have I done that every time? His name is apparently Quawks. Always hated those things, the copter enemies. This used to be a really frustrating level for me. Because of these guys. The bonus stage, like near the end of this one, is so bad. Because you have to like bounce on one of these guys and not, you know, hit the blades. This level's called Buzzer Barrage, and, I mean, there you go. There's all these buzzers. I really think they should have called this level Copter Cavern. Because it seems like Copter is a more important enemy here. This is like one of 2 levels that it's even in. Hi Ben, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. It is weird to me that this game, most of the time you spend with the animal buddies in it, you're not riding them. You're just the animal. I feel like that was split more evenly in the previous game. But it seems like you're rarely actually the Kongs riding the animal in this game. There's a level coming up that is dedicated entirely to riding them. But that's like almost the only instance. Almost there. Yeah, this is the, this is what I don't like. But it shouldn't be too bad. Me and my sister are making our way through all the DKs. That's awesome. Like, like in a row. Ah. And does that include, like, the later ones, like, for the Wii and the Wii U? Or is it just the original SNES games? I hear how that is kind of like KK Slider. Oh, god damn it. Yeah, that's my big Christmas content for you. Is just making the bonus rooms have Christmas music and ornaments. I don't know many Christmas games that aren't garbage, at least. I prefer to have Kiddy Kong here. He's got a bigger hitbox. Collect more of these in one go. I'm not gonna make it, alright. I can't get all those. I might have been able to get that if I didn't. Just the SNES ones, we are halfway done with DKC2. That's awesome. Yeah, I love these games if it wasn't, you know, if I haven't made that obvious. And DKC2 is my favorite for sure, and one of my favorites just of all time. It's gonna be close. Got it. Always thought it was weird that you don't get barrel launched as you tend in DKC2, but you get barrel warped. Like the bonus world is a separate dimension or something. Yeah, yeah, like it's like split half and half in this game. Like, if there's no ceiling, it tends to like launch you up into the sky, but if you're like boxed in, then the barrel just like absorbs you. But in the Game Boy Advance versions, they all do like the warpy thing, which does make it seem like, oh, you're, you know, going to some other area. It's not just part of the level. We used to play them all the time when they came out. So much fun. Yeah, these are definitely, like... They... I feel like I don't get this kind of experience with games anymore as I used to get with these. Because I was, like, the perfect age when these came out. For them to be, you know, amazing. I mean, that's a big part of, like, why Yoshi's Island is my favorite, like, ever. Why, like, most of my nostalgia for games is, like, right around that 1995 area. Welcome to Barrel Space. Welcome to Bonus Stage. I gotta play that someday. Oh, fuck you. What are the hitboxes there? Yeah, DKC, not DKC, but DK64. At the beginning of, like, the pandemic, I was like, you know what? That's a game that, like, I spent a long time with. This would be the perfect time for me to, like, revisit it, because I haven't played Donkey Kong 64 in many years now. I don't return to it nearly as frequently as, you know, these, because it's so big. And then I just never ended up playing it anyway. I would definitely stream that too. That would be a much, much, much longer one. That game is an event. The first level of DKC 3 was the first game level I ever beat. I was like 5 or 6. Was it your first game, like, period? I always like hearing, you know, like, what people's, like, first experiences with games and stuff are. Especially when it's, like, something a little more different, like that. Because I feel like you always hear, like, people like my age are usually like, oh, my first console was the NES, my first game was Super Mario Brothers, and it's like, that makes sense. Because that's just what it was for, like, so many people. And that was, like, the biggest thing at that time. So I like hearing, like, when somebody has a really, like, offbeat sort of experience, like their first game was something weird. Not weird, but it could be something weird. Like somebody's first game could be like Uniracers. Or Tiny Toons Buster Busts Loose. No, I played some Mario All-Stars, but I was so bad at it, I never beat any level. I missed the chairlift. I'm gonna get that bonus that I lost. I mean, we've talked about my first, you know, game and everything before, because I streamed it, Super Mario Land. I wish I did remember more of, like, my very first experiences, but I was also, like, really young when I first played. I was, like, 2. So I wasn't even, you know, like 5, where the memory would have been a bit more vivid. Mario 3 and Hunt for Red October were my first games. There's a stark contrast there. Not just in... Excuse me? What was that? First game tried, probably Mario 1. First game I made progress in, Kirby's Adventure. The very first game we rented was Jaws for NES. See, I'm not familiar with that one, but Red October... Which version of Red October? Because I used to play the Game Boy version of that. Because my grandpa had it. He had like 2 games, and it was like that and Tetris. And then he gave his Game Boy to my brother because I had my dad's Game Boy. And, you know, he also gave us his games. Which included that, and boy, that is a hard game. But, like, I was... You know, like, when you're young, and you only have a few games, you just play what you have, regardless of what it is, and whether or not it's, like, actually a good game. The NES version, I've never played that version. I've played the Game Boy, obviously, and I remember renting the Super Nintendo version. Not a fan of this level, by the way. The dark fucking... Not a fan of dark levels in general. Don't like that trope in video games, but whatever. It's not, like, fun or, like, actually, like, more challenging. It's just annoying. I definitely liked the first 2 games' take on this a lot more, with, like, Squawks holding the lamp in the cave. And the anglerfish in Donkey Kong Country 2. And I guess they wanted to do something different than that, but... But yeah, like... I don't remember, like, the farthest I ever got in Red October, but that was, you know, like, one of those games where we just play over and over and over, and, like, you would make almost no progress. Because it was just, like, bullshit hard, but that's, like, what games were, especially, like, arcadey type games. It's just, no, keep trying. Like, there was no save, no password even on that one. Just 3 lives and, you know, go for it. And you just kind of, like, have to memorize the levels and be like, okay, there's, like, a ship waiting here, or, like... I forget, I don't remember much of the game that vividly anymore, but I did, not that long ago, play it again, like, literally for the first time, probably since the 90s. I picked it up, just out of curiosity. I was like, maybe, you know, maybe I'm better at this now that I'm 31. And I started playing it, and, like, the music, like, it all started rushing back to me, but, like, I started having, like, an anxiety attack. Like, it was... I can't describe it, really. The music in the game just made me feel really, like, unsettled. And I don't know what the... So, like, I didn't play it for very long. I was like, I'm turning this off. I feel really strange. I've never had, like, anything like that before. It was almost like I was trying to remember, like, a bad memory or something, but it wasn't quite there. Another game like that we had that was just, like, way too hard was this Tom and Jerry game for the Game Boy. That's another one I should, like, go back and just, like, see how it holds up, or, like, how I can fare with it now. If it's, like, still bullshit, or if it was just, like, I was bad because I was, like, 5. Here's regular Squawks. I never knew he spit eggs until, like, a few years ago. I mean, they're hard to, like, you know, make out, but if you, like, look, they're, like, yellow spotted eggs. I always thought he was spitting nuts because of the vultures in Donkey Kong Country 1. They all cough up nuts, and I just assumed, you know, and I'm looking at this as a kid on, like, a crusty CRT. There was no way I was going to be able to make out eggs. I always thought they were popcorns. Oh, corn pops. They look more like, you know, now that, like, I see the color, like, they're clearly yellow and not, like, brown. I thought it was nuts, too. I thought he spit chestnuts or something. Okay, so it wasn't the only one. I believe this is one of the few levels where I am going to get another DK barrel in a little bit. Because it will be... without it, you could potentially, like, soft lock. I have 99 lives. I don't even know why I'm getting anything. And for reference, I did not put in the extra lives cheat at the beginning. I knew it was eggs because the strategy guide said so. I never had strategy guides for any of these. I just remember something, Nico. Isn't there a level later called Copter Clash? No? Is there one in, like, Donkey Kong Land? Maybe? That I don't remember. Donkey Kong Land 3, I mean. There might be one? Not in here, though. Yeah, so here's one DK barrel that you have to have. Just in case. Because you can... Well, see, I just despawned Ellie. So there you go. If you have Ellie there, you can just, like, jump up into that barrel. But if you go in the bonus and, like, come out without her, or despawn her like I just did, then you won't be able to get up there otherwise. Nice slowdown. I never had a lot of strategy guides. I have, like, a few from, like, the GBA era. And I don't even know why, because, like, I have, like, guides for, like, the Mario Advance games. Which were games that I already knew everything about from their earlier releases. I do have a Paper Mario strategy guide and a Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga one. But I never had, yeah, I never had any for, like, the 90s, really. Oh, you know what I do have? I have a Mega Man Legends strategy guide, and I've never owned that game or even a PlayStation. Nor have I owned the N64 version of that game. I'll tell you why I have it, because one day I was, like, at Toys R Us, and I wanted a Pokemon strategy guide, like Red and Blue, that I had seen before, and they didn't have it. So I just bought that instead, because I liked Mega Man and I liked the art in it. So, that's the kind of dumb shit you do as a kid. It's like, well, I want something. I just want to look at the pictures. I would like to play that one day. And there was even one time, my friend and I, he used to work at, like, a local, game store, like, independent one, you know, like, where they buy and sell games and stuff. And he wasn't working that day, but he heard some way or another that they got Mega Man 64 in. And so we went over there, and by the time we got there, it was already sold. I love Mega Man Legends. Love to play it someday. I got the Sonic Adventure 2 strategy guide, but it was for the GameCube version, and I only had the Dreamcast game at the time. Most was about the same, but there were some differences that did confuse me a bit. I guess that's probably like how it would have been. I don't remember, and I don't fully know from, you know, not having played either of them, but I think that's like the case with Mega Man Legends and Mega Man 64 is like it's mostly the same game, but not quite. There's like either differences or like they changed, I don't know, like improvements, you know, from it being like a later version or something like that. This one guy in middle school kept promising to give me Mega Man 64 for free, but never did. That is like the essential middle school experience, is like some kid like always like either was like, I have a game and I'll just, you can just have it, I'll just give it to you, and like they never actually like presented you with the opportunity. Or like they'll be like, oh well, my mom said I can't do it, or like I don't know, I just feel like there was a lot of like kids just bullshitting about video games or like what they have, or that they would just like give you something, or I feel like kids stole video games from friends a lot. It never happened to me, but I never like really brought any games to school at any point until like near the end of high school. I would bring my Game Boy sometimes. On the inverse, my dad's Final Fantasy VII strategy guide now belongs to a stupid kid I knew in middle school. Oh, you could have used that for your streams. Call him up. A friend gave me like 10 Dreamcast games because they were scratched, and I was about to resurface them for the most part. The classic line in grade school was, Uncle works for Nintendo, I get all the cool games before they come out. I surprisingly never knew anybody who claimed that, but yeah, that's like a universal experience. Like, everybody just knows who that kid would be. Oops. Or like would claim to have like things that don't exist yet, or not at all. Like, I'm sure there had to have been like somebody at like my school who was like, oh, I have Pokemon Purple. It's not out yet, it's coming though. This other guy in middle school scammed me and stole a few of my Game Boy Color games. I've been recovering them. That sucks, man. Like, and like video games are so fucking expensive too. And especially at that age, like you get like so few, and like you can't buy many on your own, if any. Yeah, I mean, like, thankfully, I feel like I can remember some controversy with Pokemon cards being stolen by kids or something, but I don't remember that happening to, like, me, or, like, that never happened to anybody I know. But back when that was, like, the hot commodity, it was, like, you know, schools had to, like, ban Pokemon cards and, like... My best friend in first grade broke my stepdad's copy of Twisted Metal for the PS1 that I brought to a sleepover. Man, kids are fucking dicks. Like, you don't realize, like, how bad this shit is until, like, you're older and, like, you're thinking, you're talking to people like this. And everybody has, like, all these stories of, like, oh, yeah, this person did this person did that. And it's like, this is a... Like, these are not, like, isolated incidents. This is a lot. Like, straight up theft and property damage. Excuse me one sec. I remembered my water bottle tonight. Most of, you know, thankfully, like, a lot of my memories relating to, like, you know, playing games with kids in school and stuff are good ones. Or, like, nothing bad ever really happened. You know, I'll save that story for another time. It's long. I thought of one and I was like, there's, like, so much more to it that needs explaining that I'll wait till that becomes relevant. My then best friend busted open my locker and stole an almost complete Pokemon card fossil set and gave them all away during... What the fuck? Gave them all away during lunch. What, just, like, handed them out? Holy shit, that's awful. And, like, how many cards would that be if it was, like, almost... I remember the I haven't done anything with Pokemon cards, like, since 1999, maybe. But I do remember, like, the Fossil and the Jungle series. Like, I remember, like, those special variants, and I remember being able to get, like, Japanese cards. Like, that was the coolest thing. He came to me later saying he saw someone giving them out during lunch. Holy shit, man, that sucks. Like, I'm just thinking, like, how much of, you know, aside from just the sentimental value, like, how much time and money is just whisked away by someone just... Like, what compels you to do that, too? I don't understand that shit. And it's like, you know, a fruitless thing to try and, like, figure that out. But, I missed a bonus. Only he knew I had the cards. Were you ever able to, like... You know, since then, have you gotten a lot of that? I mean, I don't know, like, do you still... bother with the Pokemon cards, or, like, did you ever attempt to kind of, like, get all of that set back in any way, or... I don't think I have anything more tragic than that. I didn't even know about that one. I mean, another kid in middle school stole my Blue Eyes White Dragon. What is that? Oops. I feel like that's something I should know what that is, and I don't. A Yu-Gi-Oh? Oh. Yeah, I never got into, like, Yu-Gi-Oh! Or Magic or, like, any of the other, card stuff. Or, like, any of, like, the adjacent, like Digimon. Pokemon was kind of like the only one of those, like, I guess, fads that, like, really blew up. That was, like, the only one I ever really was into. The worst part of it, though, was when I reported what happened, they just said, well, you shouldn't have brought them. Isn't that just the most fucking, like, school administrator thing to fucking say? Like, instead of the thief being in the wrong, it's like your fucking fault in the first place. Go fuck yourself, man. I hate that. There was like so much of that kind of stuff in school that like I get reminded of, and it just pisses me off. I knew like so many like teachers and stuff who like clearly did not enjoy children or teaching or being involved in, you know, school in any way, and just wanted to be in a fucking position of power over somebody. Do people expect kids not to bring things they like or something? Victim blaming bullshit. That's exactly. And I mean, I get, like, I see all the sides of it, but at the same time, it's fucking children. And at what point do, you know, parents or teachers or whoever is the adult in the situation take any responsibility? At least, you know, part way. Because then you have a kid who, like, they just got their shit stolen, and then now you're just, like, making them feel even worse. And it's, like... I mean, the difference between doing that to, like, another adult and, you know, a kid, or even, like, a teenager to an extent... Like, they're still, like, impressionable. And you're still at an age where you're like... I mean, at least for me, like, my experience was like, you know, why would an adult be wrong? Why would an adult mislead you? And, so it's like, you know, this person I trust and, like, look up to, is telling me what I did wrong, so yes, I must have been wrong. I don't know, I hate hearing that shit. I'm sorry this turned into, like, such a downer. Then the perp knows they can get away with shit like that. That too, yeah. No consequence. I really don't even need these. Like, why did I bother to tempt fate there? I don't need the... Oh, I don't need half of what I'm going for. I'm just doing it because I'm used to getting all the stuff. I mean, yeah, I stole my teacher's laughing cow cheese, but I'm sure there was a good reason for it. The value there is so far less. And, like, even, like, situational is probably, like, the teacher could have just been like, oh, did I misplace my cheese? Oh, well. And then go on about with the rest of their fucking life. I did end up getting a nice set of cards later, which I still have to this day. That's good. I don't really have, like, any of my cards. I might have some cards. Oh, god damn it. No, that was a bad idea. Everything about that was bad. I had a decent collection back in the day. But a lot of what I did have, I gave to my brother because he was still into the cards for a while. Excuse me, for a while after I was. So most of, like, what I have left, I think, were just cards that either he already had, or, like, you know, they're so common, like, you know, he didn't need them. I never got a holographic Charizard, or, you know, a Charizard. That was the big thing. That was, like, it would literally be on the news. I'm not even kidding. Like, there would be on the news, like, some kid found a Charizard card in one of his booster packs. That was, like, how big of a deal that was back then. And one time my brother got one. I don't know where we were. We stopped at, like, some dinky place. And they had, like, on the counter, the checkout counter, you know, it was, like, the cardboard box of, like, all the booster packs. And it's like, we each got one. And we got in the car and he opens it up. He's like, I got a Charizard! But I never had one. I assume, you know, now there are far more valuable cards than that, but that was the card at the time. My very first card was a Blastoise, though. I remember that. Because I bought, like, a pack that was, like, guaranteed to come with a holographic. Or holofoil, or whatever they are. You know? It was like a starter set or something. Actually, Charizard is still hilariously expensive. We just sold ours for almost $500. That's cool. I'm glad he, you know, he stayed as valuable as he was, more or less. I just figure because there's like so many more Pokemon now, and like how many variants of the cards, like, you know, different sets. My second edition base set and Sam's Blaine's Charizard. Man, yeah, I miss original Gen 1 Pokemon. I really do. Just because, like, that was so fascinating, and I, again, was, like, the perfect age when that started. So I'm, of course, you know, very partial to that era of Pokemon, but, it doesn't do as much for me anymore. Oh, god damn it. The pandemic shot up the price of so many collectibles. That makes sense, I guess. I hadn't even really, like, considered that. I mean, that's what happened with, like, streaming equipment, apparently. Like, capture cards and stuff. In the very beginning, you know, in the old days of the pandemic, like, Elgato was, like, selling out of, like, capture cards and shit, because everybody was like, well, I'm home, I might as well stream. Blaine's Charizard is what Critical pulled first edition from a booster box he bought for several $1,000s. Broke even with that pull. That's awesome, actually. Did he do that, like, on his stream, or is that just, like, a story he has? I don't watch, like, I know who he is, but I haven't watched Critical since, like, he used to just make YouTube videos. That weren't even, like, Let's Plays. They were just, like... It would just be, like, funny shit that was, like, happening in games. Like, I know he's around, and I'm glad that, like, he's still popular, but I just haven't ever gotten around to watching him myself. He did it on stream. There's a video about it. I might actually have to look that up. What's up, everybody? It's Critical. Does he still... does he still say that at, like, the beginning of his streams? That's, like, the only thing I really remember about him. The only time I got Pokemon trading card game was around 2013. I sold them all shortly after at a local store and got like $250 in store credit. Ah. Almost there. Alright. That's another one of the less good levels. Actually, this next one is... I remember early on not liking this one either. But it's not as bad. I'm surprised I haven't been having to do these like half a dozen times each. Fucking memory puzzle is the hardest part of the game. This one is going to almost assuredly have to be done more than once, since I lost Kitty already. I do like the concept of this level, and it took me an embarrassingly long time to figure out that it, like, telegraphs where the lightning is going to strike. Would have been neat if I landed on the DK coin there. Not good. I used to have, well, not even used to, I still sometimes do have dreams of not, like, being struck by lightning. What the heck? I don't have to... I've never seen that before. The DK coin is just there because I defeated him already? Or like because I defeated him but didn't collect it, the DK coin just stays there? I don't know. I have dreams occasionally where like I'm in, or like, you know, I'm outside and like there's a storm happening, and I'm just like terrified of like I'm just like I gotta get inside. I'm gonna get struck by lightning, like that. Just like this panic. Like it's not really like a nightmare. It's not too bad. It's just like a stress dream of like needing to get inside because like I think I'm gonna get struck by lightning, but not being able to like get inside for some reason, or, like, get to safety in any form. And then, like, sometimes, like, it'll feel like there's literally electricity in the air, and, like, I can feel it, like, buzzing through my body. It's more unsettling than anything. Ooh. I have a lot of dreams that are... I don't have pleasant dreams. They're all, like, at best, like, stressful. I never wake up from a dream and like, oh man, that was cool. Baby scream count, probably like 5 now. That was the worst one, because he literally got electrocuted. That's horrifying. I have a lot of recurring dreams about my teeth falling out. I used to have that. And for whatever reason, I haven't in a while. I didn't have it, like, a lot, but yes, I would have those. There's just a lot of dreams about teeth in general. God damn it. Like, I hated, like, when I was younger, and, like, I would have, like, a loose tooth, like, getting ready to fall out, but not quite there yet. I don't know, I never liked, you know, that part of childhood. Excuse me. And so I have a lot of dreams where, like, I'm my current age, but still have, like, baby teeth, like, overlapping my normal teeth. And, like, they won't, like, they could probably come out, like, if I pulled them, but, like, I'm too afraid to pull them. I'm sorry if this is horrifying. But yeah, like, I do have, like, other dreams of just, like, the teeth, like, just, like, fall out. Like, my normal teeth just fall out, or, like, I'll bite into something, and they will be in the thing. God. There's another baby scream. I definitely had a dream not that long ago, actually. I think maybe like a year or two. I had a dream. It was kind of funny. Like when I woke up, like it was actually more funny than it was to experience it. But I was like, I was in my kitchen and like my teeth were falling out and like there was, no, I think it was just like a couple of like my front teeth fell out and like there was just like all this blood in my mouth, and I ran over to the sink and I just like put my head like, you know, under the faucet to like drink and like wash the blood out, and I was like crying, and like my brother came over and he's like, what's going on? And I just remember like yelling to him. I was like, I'm gonna look like a freak. That was my biggest concern. Do you ever have, do you ever dream recurring architecture, like a made-up building your mind managed to create? Yes, actually. I dream a lot about schools or malls, and sometimes combinations of the two. That's where I was going to go with this because that's exactly what I dream about. And, like, yeah, like, my brain will combine elements of places that exist, as well as, like, make up, like, its own thing. And it will be recurring. Like, these imaginary places show up from time to time in my dreams in the same way. It's not even a matter of, like, you know, like, say you're dreaming about, like, your school, but it looks nothing like what your school used to look like, but your brain just tells you this is your school. And, like, it's, like, bizarre and weird every time. It's, like, consistently bizarre and weird. And I used to have a lot more school dreams, and thankfully I don't quite as much. But, like, even the school dreams would be connected. Like, not just in the sense that, like, I was in these made-up, in this made-up building. But, like, the events of what happened in one dream would carry over to another dream weeks later. But malls, too. And, like, if you know me, you know, like, my weird fascination with malls. But it's not like I'm even, like, dreaming of fucking good, cool-looking malls. I'm dreaming of, like, really, like, crusty, dilapidated buildings that are, again, the best way I can describe, like, any of these dreams that I have is just unsettling. But, like, yeah, I'll dream about these places, and I'll be familiar with them, even though they don't exist. And so, like, you know, a month, or several months, or even a year later, I'll dream about, like, this same mall, and know, like, where a certain store is. I am not doing good on this level. I still have a ton of school dreams. I had one just last night, actually. Even though I just said, like, I don't have that much anymore. I don't have the recurring one anymore. Last night, I dreamt briefly that I was in a class, like, writing a paper, and Roger Klotz was there from Doug. He was, like, he was, like, next to me. And he was, like, bugging me, and then, like, class ended, but my teacher wanted me to help him beat a level on Kirby Superstar. And I was, like, playing it, like, on like, a projector, like, on the blackboard. And then I woke up. Let's play with Nico and Roger. I haven't watched Doug in so long. Like, I barely remember anything from that show, so it's like, why would I... Like, I couldn't even come up with much about those characters or that world on my own. I have very little connection to that show. This is the one. This is... I'm not fucking around anymore. did know that the second stream of this was going to be the bad one, though. I think I've had, like, more deaths on this level than I did the entire previous stream. That was... come on. That was just bad luck. I just gotta get to the end. I did the 2 bonuses, and I did the DK coin. We're good on that. I did do that bonus, right? Oh! That is bullshit. I had that barrel. Yeah, you have exclamations on that. Oh, yeah, I do. A very consistent dream I have is being able to triple jump into flying, and the parallels with Mario's wing cap always makes me laugh. That's amazing. Why don't... see... as much as I fucking play video games, and, like, as much as... you know, as big a part of my life as Mario is, I never fucking have dreams about Mario, or video games, or anything. How do I get dreams that are, like, good? Or, like, people will be like, I came up with, like, this idea for a comic because of a dream I had. And here I am, I'm like, I had a dream where my teeth fell out at school. And I went to the mall. I thought it was gonna hit the bees. There's like a spot right there where you can throw Kitty onto the ground to like get an item. Why? There's like not enough time to do that. I have no idea what's in there. I can't imagine playing this one as a kid. Because I definitely, like I said, I didn't have much experience with this game. God damn it. Back then, so... and I definitely never got this far. At least you don't have full-on cat fights with your own mother in your dreams also. Well, don't be too sure about that, actually. Also, broken glass seems to be a mainstay as of late. You ever find signs that you are dreaming because you find a recurring tell? One I have is that for some reason I cannot read in my dreams. Sometimes I'll try to read a sign or on a wall or something, and then I realize that for some reason I cannot decipher it. Not really. There's like rare occasions where like right as I'm about to wake up, there have been times where I'm like, well, I'm just dreaming, so I'll just make myself wake up, and I wake up. That's the only thing I've really had like that. Yeah, I've never had, like, a thing where I'm consciously like, oh, this means I'm dreaming, you know? I mean, maybe I'm trying to... I don't know if, like, I've ever had, like, if I'm dreaming about, like, that mall or something that I dream about. I don't know if I've ever had, like, the thought of, like, you know, here I am, like, having this dream again, or whatever. I've heard that's, like, a way... God damn it. To get into, like, lucid dreaming. Like, when you're able to recognize... that you are indeed dreaming. Is when you can, like, kind of start to do... the... you know, take control of it, I guess. I don't know. I don't have the patience for lucid dreaming as much as I would like to try. I don't think I have, like, the brain power for it, first of all. But, like, when I go to bed, I just want to go to bed, you know? Like, I've read things of, like, people are like, okay, so, like, you lay down and you gotta think like this and you gotta breathe like this. And it's like, no, I'm just gonna go to bed. I don't want to have to, like, go to bed, go to sleep in a certain way. Like, I'm too tired for that shit. This is awful. Oh my god. I might go to that other level in the Lost World just to mix things up a little. I was, like, right at the end one time and I messed up a fucking jump into a bee. If I don't do it on this one, I'm gonna, like, take a break and go to the Lost World. Not just for the stream's sake, but for my own sake, because, you know, maybe it's just, you know, I'm trying to rush it because I'm getting frustrated. This is the only level that's, like, given me any excuse me, so far. And I wouldn't even blame, like, the high level of, like, conversation. Because if anything, that seems to help a lot of the times. And it's like, I'll just be, like, you know, when I'm streaming and I'm trying to, like, talk about a certain thing. I don't even focus on playing all that much if I, you know, can help it. And so I'll just be talking, and then next thing I know, I'm done with whatever I was doing in-game. I thought that barrel would protect me. Thank God for the hair twirl. Why are they coming so fast? I'm right there. I'm, like, right there. The end is, like, after this. Oh, thank God. I've only been able to lucid dream maybe, like, 5 times, and of course, they've all been not safe for work. You lucky bastard. I remember one time after I graduated college, I had a sudden high school dream that as turning into a nightmare, but then I realized I was dreaming and went super smug about it and told the classmates to suck it. So you could probably, you know, like, if you tried, you could probably lucid dream if you have those moments of, like... I mean, I can't tell you for sure, because I've never done it, and I have no idea what it's like. But based on like what I've heard other people say, or like read and whatever, that's apparently a big thing in being able to, you know, control your dreams, is to like have a moment of recognizing that you're in a dream and then being able to consistently see it and then I guess turn things over. But again, I don't know what that's like. Hi, Mitri. More like Donkey Kong Country V. That was the 5th one. DKC2 plus DKC5 equals DKC7, Dixie's Revenge. Did you guys know it's actually Dixie's Kong Double Trouble and not Dixie Kong's Double Trouble? Look at the box. Bet you never noticed. I remember when I had that realization of that it is Diddy's Kong Quest and not Diddy Kong's Quest, because I had like a bunch of songs from the game on my iPod, and I was like going through my iTunes, and for some reason like they weren't in order, because half of them were listed as Kong Quest and half of them were listed as Kong's Quest. And I was like, wait, what? And then looked at the thing and I was like, Rare, you cheeky sons of bitches. Brilliant. And I've since learned that like so many other people have had, you know, similar experience with not knowing the actual title of the game and just assuming, ooh, not good. I've never had a lucid dream, but I seem to always be very aware that I'm dreaming during my dreams. It's very bizarre. It's a good thing, Mitri, that you weren't here just a little while ago when we were talking about, like, teeth dreams. I know you would have not have liked that. Bad. He, like, disappeared for a sec. Did you guys see that? Yeah, it was like he despawned, but the trash can lid didn't. For whatever reason. Which made no difference because I was already, you know, dying, but... I love the music in, this level, the jungle theme for this. I love the background actually too. All three of like the SNES ones have really good like forest and jungle backgrounds. Did I do this one already? I already forget. I think I did, right? both bonuses in this, yeah, have like the same layout, but it's a different objective. Then I was just like, am I thinking of the right one? He turned into a glitched DK coin inside the lid? I'll DM you the image. I'm gonna... Yeah, I want to look at that, actually. I should have, like, recorded that. Oh, that's cool. I wonder... As far as I know, Streamlabs has not... Streamlabs has not put in the feature of, like, being able to just drag an image. That's not right. Just drag an image into the scene. What the fuck is a PNG small file? Sorry, I want to see if I can put this on stream because it is kind of cool looking. It will not let me. What if I do this? Here we go. Hold on. There it is. There's like a DK coin with the palette of the coin dozer. That's weird. I've never seen that, actually. I don't know if, like, is that, like, so... I don't remember if that was, like, close to where the DK coin was. And if maybe it... I don't know. I don't know why it would do that. But that's cool. Thank you. Yeah, there's a clip in chat. I won't load that. I should have just recorded it, like, on the Switch, like, the last 30 seconds. And I could have just looked at it, but... Yeah. Neat. Anyway. Looks like an Oreo with raspberry. Did you guys see that new... I forget, like, what country it's in. It's... the McDonald's has a Spam and Oreo burger. Or something like that. Spam and Oreo sandwich, I guess. I don't think, like, also burger. I would try it. What if I got to lose at this point? Fuck it, you know? I won't try the McRib, but I'll try that. I'll eat Spam and Oreos. I think it's in China, yeah. It's not what I would have guessed for, like, China. I don't know why. I suppose that's, like, weird regardless of where you make it, so... Yeah, by the way, the gimmick for this level is when you're in the water, left and right is reversed. Not up and down, just left and right. And only when you're in the water. But I really like the colors. I think this is actually, like, despite being in, like, a duct, it's strangely pretty. And again, as I said last time, I like the music for these. And like the jungle that I was just talking about, only 2 of the 3 levels that are of this environment actually get to use the music. I remember Burger King was advertising here a burger with tamarind sauce? Sorry if I said that wrong. I'm not sure what it is. I don't know if the promo is over, but I'm curious to try one. I do enjoy when restaurants, particularly fast food restaurants, do strange, like, limited meals like that. I don't know why. I know I'm, like, buying into exactly what they want, which is like, oh, here's this thing that you can only... this disgusting thing that you can only eat for a short period of time. Come and get it. I'm like, well, fuck, I do want to come and get it. That was not worth it. Tamarind is like a sour dry fruit from Africa, but pretty popular in candy here in Mexico. Huh. Am I saying that correctly? Because I've genuinely never heard of that, I don't think. Ooh, whoa. Okay, I'm glad I survived that, because that was on accident. The thick and nasty. Yes, come get the new thick nasty burger. I would absolutely eat a burger called the thick nasty burger. Dummy thick burger. Big burger. Colonel, I've managed to avoid drowning in sweet and sour sauce. Remember the Angry Whopper? No. Not a Burger King fan, so... which is neither here nor there, really, because, like, I'll remember shit like the Tender Crisp Bacon Cheddar Ranch. despite never having it. You know, if the marketing is good enough. But the Angry Whopper, no. What was that? I stole that joke from Homestar Runner. I made it sound downright predatory. I forgot that. I had it made me think of Blubbos. But I didn't actually know that was, like, from that bit. Which, speaking of, Homestar, I kind of want to see... Fuck. If I could stream Stinko Man. I haven't, you know, streamed anything that was, like, not through the capture card. Not that, like, I anticipate any problems, I would just have to, like, figure it out. But I'm kind of like, if I can get Stinko Man running and, like, going and ready to stream, I kind of want to maybe do that soon. For reference, they just released the 10th level to Stinko Man, the Stinko Man game, after 15 years, days before Flash Player is unusable in browsers. I don't think that'd be too hard with a standalone Flash Player. That's true. I mean, like, I would have to... I don't know. I'll have to look into it, because, like, I would have to download the game in that case, I think. Burger King's new Whopper made with a spicy... made spicy with a special angry sauce, angry onions, which are spice-breaded fried onion rings, and sliced jalapenos, along with the usual Burger King works. That... If it wasn't Burger King, I would be on board. But I do not like Burger King's food. Like, any of it. It is like, look, I'll eat fucking garbage from, you know, McDonald's, Wendy's, wherever. I don't care. I love trash fast food. Except for the McRib. And except for Burger King. I'm not doing Burger King. I don't know. And, like, they look good. Like, when I've seen, you know, commercials or ads or whatever, like, they look edible. But then when you get them, it's like, nah. I don't want anything to do with this. Like, their fries are bad. I had one not that long ago. I was like, yeah, I'll just have a fry. How can there be anything wrong with that? It was like the worst fry I ever had. It was like styrofoam. How do you fuck up fries? Burger King makes me irpy. The meat is so airy. See, I don't even, like, remember, you know, specifically what it is about Burger King that I didn't like. I just remember... And it's like one of those things, like, you get in your head and it's like, well, no, I don't want to... I'll just trust my memory or my instinct. Burger King is really dependent on the location, like Denny's. The only good Burger King I went to doesn't exist anymore. The most, really, that I ever had Burger King was, again, like, when Pokemon first came out and they had, like, some Pokemon toys. And I went there, like, a few times as a kid and got, like, you know, chicken tenders, and, like, their chicken tenders were garbage. But I was like, I have to eat this because I want Pokemon. And they were, like, some of the only Pokemon toys that existed at the time as well. So we're at the first final boss. Number 15? What's number 15? You did that too for the Pokemon toys? Retroactively feel bad for my dad because he ate with me. Yeah, that was really like... out of like my entire family and like any friends or anything, that was like the only Burger King experience that I know is just a couple times in like the late 90s for Pokemon toys. Number 15, Burger King foot lettuce. I forgot about that. That's like an ancient meme now. That was like a year ago. It was K. Rool the whole time. And he's Frankenstein today. Yes, Donkey Kong lore, K. Rool, god damn it, had a wife, according to this game. Did anybody watch, like, the Donkey Kong Country animated show? Like, the computer animated show from, like, France or something? From, like, late 90s, early 2000s, I think. Because I actually never really did. Like, I remember it being on TV, but never really wanting to watch it. That... I saw some of it. I wasn't paying attention. Yeah, I remember, like, not really liking the way it looked. And also not liking that they fucking, like, sang. There was, like, a musical number in every episode. And, like, it wasn't even, like, at the time, like, It wasn't a matter of, like, oh, I don't like Donkey Kong or anything like that. It was just, like, that show. I didn't like anything about it. It was cringy. I mean, I would probably... Uh-oh. I would probably appreciate the campiness of it more. Today. Cranky and K. Rool were the best parts of it. Was Kitty in that show, or was there like a baby Kong or something? I feel like, I know like they made up a few Kongs, like Bluster Kong. Who was like an asshole or something. He was just asshole Kong. Or like rich, like, yeah, something like that. And Candy looked like she came, like, out of the 80s for some reason. Which was not a bad look, but it wasn't, like... You know, they took a lot of liberties. There was a baby Kong, but not Kitty. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought for some reason. Like, they made... Like, there was a perfectly good character already there. But they were like, no, we'll make our own baby Kong. And I think that's the only time I've ever used the words perfectly good to describe Kitty Kong. Only like one episode based on the article I read. I mean, like, at the time, like, it was really, like, a novelty because of the animation, and it was like, there wasn't a lot of television animation that was in 3D, or, like, CGI, or whatever you want to call it. But I think it also did a lot of, like, motion capture, which might have been why, you know, in how I remember it being... like, awkward looking. That might have been part of the reason why. It won't let me switch. I want to use Kitty here, but... I'm almost positive I've said this on stream, probably like when I was playing a Kirby game, but I didn't really like the Kirby anime that much either. Which was kind of around the same time, I think, like early 2000s. But I remember that being like kind of awkward animation-wise as well, because it would, like, try to mesh 3D with 2D. And, you know, the style and limitations for that sort of thing at the time were really not up to the task, I think. And so you'd get, like, this really... Come on. There would be, like, some scenes where, like, King Dedede or Escargoon were animated in 3D, and then they would suddenly, like, turn back to 2D. Where you had, like, really awkward-looking Dynablade. Four Kids ruined that, most likely. I think that is a big part of it as well. But then again, Southern Dedede was best. No, that was... Dedede and Escargoon were absolutely, like, the best thing about that show. And are still, like, enjoyable when I see, like, clips of that going around. But yeah, the rest of it was, like... And this was also... at that point of my life where I was like, anime is stupid and dumb and I don't like it. Which still holds true for a lot of anime. But, like, that was a point where I was, like, vehemently opposed to it. And that, you know, the dub of it certainly didn't help. Anyway, there's that. We rescued the better characters. That's not true. Dixie's, like, my favorite, so... It's just weird that Donkey Kong was only playable in one of the original Donkey Kong Country games. And then Dixie and Kitty decide to beat up Cranky as the screen fades away to like a I was gonna say 5 hour, like a 5 minute or more credit sequence. So I'm just resetting, and we're gonna go right back into it, because that's not worth watching. They show off like every enemy like one by one. Five hours of credits. I know, what is this, an Ubisoft game? Easy joke. Patreon credits. Yeah, Rare just wanted to show off all their Patreon backers, and then like the higher tier Patreon backers and the Kickstarter backers. Anyway, we still got a little bit. We got like 2 levels and another boss. The really final boss. Okay, boomer. One thing I miss about, like, this period in video games is just, like, changing the palette of stuff. You know, like RPGs would do a lot of that, like, older RPGs would, like, later on in the game, like, you'd see an enemy you've already seen earlier, but they're like a different color to indicate that they're stronger. And like in this game, you know, like there's 4 of these tree levels, but they're all like with their own unique palette, and I always thought that was like really interesting. It's just cool to see, like, I mean it's like so minor, but it's a nice change up, and it's just neat to see, like, the same thing in a different way. Especially, like, you know, as a kid, and it's like, you finally get this far in the game, and it's like, whoa, there's another tree level, but, like, it looks different. I don't know, stuff like that always interested me, and then, like, you don't really get to see that anymore. Because technology is so good, and like there's so much, you know, games are not on 16-bit cartridges anymore. Wow, that sucked. I'll have to go back for that. Tell that to Dragon Quest. Does Dragon Quest still, like, do that kind of stuff in the modern entries? I honestly love the goofy, true to old RPG recolors they do. That actually makes me, like, really happy. Oh, right, my lives are not 99 anymore. Nor are they 69, which, by the way, I removed one of the emotes and replaced it with a nice. Because I felt like that would, you know, get some use anytime the number 69 shows up. This is through, Better Twitch TV, of course, not through the channel itself. If you have that browser extension, you get a few extra emotes. That is so hard to get in there without getting hit. God damn it. Dragon Quest XI still does palette swapped enemies. You should give it a shot, by the way. I've never played any Dragon Quest. And so I don't know. I do like old style JRPGs. And I just was saying in Sam's stream last night for Final Fantasy VII, like, I actually kind of like menuing in old JRPGs. I don't know why, I don't know. But I like when they were more menu focused for some reason. I don't know. And I know Dragon Quest is apparently a series that held on to that to an extent. But I've never played any of them, and like I don't know anything about the series, so I have no idea where I would, you know, where should I start with a series like that. The nice emote is animated and Twitch emotes aren't usually animated. You mean like emotes through Twitch natively aren't usually animated? Is that what you mean? I didn't know if like it wasn't showing up or something. I mean, I didn't make it. I just got it the same way I got all the other ones. I mean, there's a way through Better Twitch TV. There's like a setting to enable, like, or disable animated emotes if you don't want them, or if you do want them. I think most of the ones I added are animated, actually. That being one of them. That's not going to be good. Start on any Dragon Quest you want. They are all self-contained stories like in Final Fantasy. Fan favorites are 5, 8, and 11. Maybe someday. I mean, I've been more open to that than like I ever used to be. Both that and Final Fantasy used to be like things that I just never cared about and never thought that I would care about. Uh, and now I'm kind of like, yeah, sure, why not? I definitely think one day I would like to play Final Fantasy VII, the original. But I don't know that I have any interest in, like, any other Final Fantasy. But, yeah, something about that one is gripping me in ways that the others do not. Final Fantasy IX is really good. Is that the one Vinny streamed like a year ago? Or was that 8? The one with, Zidane. I already forget, like, half the other characters. That one didn't resonate with me, obviously, nearly as much as 7. I remember a little bit about it. I would have to maybe, like... Zidaniel. Zidane. Because he's playing 6 now, and, like, I am not interested. And I don't know if it's just, like, the setting. It's probably mostly a setting thing. For me. Hey, Joe. I agree that this game has a creepy aesthetic. The clownfish are really scary. They are. They didn't have to be, like... I don't know. I mean, clowns are like that regardless. But they could have found a way to make it cuter. These are just, like, clown faces on fish body. Like, it has no business. It looks like a chimera. It's just a clown head with, like, a fin, and I don't like it. Yeah, and, like, the underwater levels in this game are just, like, all around creepy for no reason. All the fish are, like, scary. I remember seeing something like somebody had said... Or it was like it might have been like a Wikipedia or like a Mario Wiki article that was like, Donkey Kong Country 2 is arguably the darkest in the series. And I was like, really? Like, this game is like scary in so many ways. Like the setting and the characters. Wait till you see the banana bird in a little bit. Or like the banana queen, rather. I mean, I wouldn't call this scary, but again, it's just, like, needlessly, like, just a little too unsettling in many areas. And I don't mind it, anymore. I used to not like it for that reason, and I didn't feel like it fit with 1 or 2. I think the reasoning, like, whatever I had read that I'm recalling about Donkey Kong Country 2 being dark, the reasoning was literally just that many of the levels took place indoors, which I also don't think is really the case. Might be like half and half. But I don't know why that qualifies as being dark. It's gritty. This is a very gritty game. Like, everything about it is, like, everything here is, like, a little too realistically rendered. Which I guess, like, they were going for because, like, you know, to show off the technology, but I would say DKC2 is eerie in the being in the enemy's turf vibe, but DKC3 is just weird, but I like that. Yeah, I understand that. Yeah, like 2 had like the, you know, you're going to like K. Rool's creepy island. And yeah, it's not like, yeah, you're in enemy territory. So I get that. You guys want to see a cropped boomer image? Oh, he's gone. Anyway. There's a lot of dark levels, as in levels that go dark. We were just talking it because I played the... Earlier on this stream, I played the fucking underwater level that's really, like, pitch black. And you have to hit the fish that, like, light up. The area. I just saved. I don't like this, actually. You know what? Before I go there, one thing I didn't know for a while is you... So, like, you activate this, I guess, volcano. And everything on the map turns red. The levels within it also turn red if you visit them again. Like, this level was all green previously. And now it's just like this bright, eerie red. I guess we'll go back to, like, the tree one that I was just at. You'll see, instead of being, like, yellow and green, it's just bright red. Which is cool. But also kind of scary. And I mean, like, I'm thinking, like, Rare was working on GoldenEye, like, at the same time, I think. And it feels like there's definitely, like, a crossover in some of the feel of that game versus this one. DKC feels more natural than this game or DKC2. I think I agree with that, yeah. Even though 2 is my favorite. I don't know how to describe it, but yeah, like the first one seemed to just kind of... I think because it was the first one, it was just like, well, this is just how it is. And then the second one was like, obviously, they're now in the mindset of, okay, we have to make a sequel. What is going to, like, be popular? What do we take from the first game? You know, stuff like that. DKC is all wildlife, DKC2 is evil, but DKC3 is, like, industrialized woodlands. Yeah, that's kind of... Most of, like, this game isn't really, like, Well, I don't know. I was gonna say it's not, like, a lot of nature. You have, like, the trees and you have, like, the mountains and, like, the docks. And the water, the waterfalls. So, yeah, I mean, there's a good amount of both, I think, still in this game. But the way they went about it, which I guess might have been to, you know, keep it different from the previous games, because then it's like, oh, well, it's just the jungle again. Well, it's just the forest again. Well, it's just water again. So I guess it might have been an attempt to differentiate it from the first game. Or either of the previous ones, I guess. I like to have... Wow. I was in the middle of saying I like to have Kitty for this part, but okay, we're fine. We beat him. It's much easier to hit him in that segment as Kitty for some reason. DKC3 and Mother 3 are the same concept. So that was the final boss, but we're still not done. Unbelievable type of situation, dudes. I didn't think you were fucking good enough to find all the DK coins. Anyway, here's a fucking helicopter. And what do you do with the helicopter? You find 3 more Simon games. Oops. I knew it was Y and I hit X. Now they made it too easy. Are they taking pity on me? If you lose once, do they make it easy? If you lose like 3 times, it's just A 8 times in a row. I'm good at colors. I don't remember what it started on. Well. Padding. Wait, what? God damn it. Oh my gosh. The true final boss is remembering 9 things in a row. They really did take pity on me. Can you remember? Anyway, that's the game. So you collect all the banana birds. And then they fly you into the clouds, where their freakish mother is imprisoned behind a wall that she could easily just walk around, I guess. But, like, the kids have to light it up. Wrinkly gets fit and still dies? Spoilers, yes. All that exercising was for naught. Yeah, that's the last time we see Wrinkly alive. And so K. Rool is defeated because he had an eggshell dropped on him. That'll teach him. And there you go. 105%. Immortal monkey. Not as fast as I thought I could do it, but pretty good. Karate cranky. But yeah, that's Donkey Kong Country 3. And that's all of the Donkey Kong countries now. We did 1, we did 2, not in that order. But we did them. And now we did another. Now what? I was wondering like how long this was gonna take, and I was thinking like maybe I'll do something after, but this has been almost 2.5 hours, so I think I'm just gonna leave it, you know. I don't think there's really anything else I have that I could do like briefly. I don't know if there's like anything else worth showing off in here, but I don't know what else I have that I could even, you know. I'll just call it a night. I think that was good enough. But I might come back sometime soon to finish off Mario Sunshine. Needs to still be done. I'll see if maybe Stinko Man is a thing that can happen. We'll see about that. And then there's some new stuff that we could do. But I think look out for Mario Sunshine is going to be the most likely candidate, because I don't want to leave that one lying about. It's already been too long. But yeah, cool. Thank you guys, as always, for coming. Joe, I'm sorry you got here at like the tail end. But I appreciate you stopping by, of course. Appreciate everyone coming out and talking. So have a good night. If I'm not, I don't know if I'm going to be back before Christmas, but if you celebrate Christmas, have a good Christmas. And otherwise, yeah, take care. I'll see you next time.